Hey, what's going on, everybody? Indypride here with Milk and Cookies Total War, joined by Legend of Total War. Please introduce yourself, sir.
Hey everyone, it's Legend of Total War here. So we're doing a multiplayer battle because the new DLC is coming out. Anyway, you want to talk more about it?
Yeah, so this is the Grim and the Grave DLC. Inside, lots of new content. We get Vlad von Karstein, the Legendary Lord, for free. We get Strigoi Ghoul Kings. We get 5 new maps. We're actually on Devastation of Ostermark, which is a new map, and we'll cover that kind of as we play the game. This is a really nice step in the right direction for map design, for Creative Assembly, and Total War in general. This is the kind of map that I really like if you want to just get a look at it. Now you can see there's like the choke points with the towers, there's the cliffs where you can kind of shoot down and get line of sight from above. This is the kind of asymmetrical map that's still balanced that I really enjoy in Total War games. So I really like this map. Of the 5 maps they've added, this is probably my favorite one. And we'll cover some of the other maps as well. But I'll go over my army setup, and me and Legend will just kind of talk about what these new units are bringing to the table.
We've got at least one of every one of the new units. Apart from, we can't bring in all the Legendary Lords, because you got like 2 new Legendary Lords, and there's of course the what's it called? The Strigoi Ghoul King, which you've brought.
Strigoi Ghoul King, yep. So we'll go over him first. He has a new spell that is called Command of the Unliving. And what that does is it allows you to summon Crypt Ghouls, and if you overcast it, you get Crypt Horrors, which is pretty insane. Being able to get another monstrous unit like that is pretty nice. And you don't get to pick his spells. This is a mix of spells that he gets specifically. You can choose whether to bring them or not, but I can't choose from the entire Lore of Death or Lore of Vampires. He gets these no matter what, so you can choose to bring them or not, but that's that. Then we have the Devils of Schwarzhofen, which are a Vargeist unit. They're all black-skinned and interesting looking, and I don't actually know if they're any good. They have the Vanguard deployment, which is nice. One thing that is important is that Helman Gorst and Vlad von Karstein have these passive abilities. Vlad has Vanguard deployment for his entire army, and Helman Gorst gets poison attacks, but that doesn't actually cover or come over to multiplayer.
Yeah, it's campaign only.
It'd be really imbalanced if you were getting that kind of bonus when you were going into
I think that the Vanguard deployment for Vargeist is actually really good, because Vargeist is usually the kind of unit, especially if you're going up against Empire, you put it around the back of the army using Vanguard, you can go in and get rid of the missile units straight away. So Vanguard deployment for them would actually be very good.
Yeah. So that's the Devils of Schwarzhofen. For the Chillgeist, I think this is going to be one of the better units in the pack, the Regiments of Renown. This is a Hex Wraith unit that's colored blue, pretty cool looking. But what you get 2 new abilities for them. They're passive. The first is you have a Chilling Aura, which in this really quite large AoE, you're getting minus 36% speed to any unit that is in that AoE. That's a pretty big deal. That prevents cavalry from getting away from you. That's going to make it even harder for crossbows and ranged units to get away from your cav. And they also have plus 25% magic resistance, so the one thing that would normally counter them isn't going to counter them as much. So I think those Chillgeists are going to be really quite good in multiplayer. I think we'll see them a lot. There's also a new feature that if you click on a unit and then mouse over a new one, you can see the difference in stats. So over on the left side of the screen, you can see I'm clicked on the Blood Knight, and then I mouse over the Graveguard. You can see that the Graveguard have 2,000 more HP, minus 20 armor, minus 15 leadership, that kind of thing. That's a nice introduction. That makes it a lot easier to compare units.
Yeah, that's a good thing. There's another thing as well. Like, obviously the Death Star was sort of like a really unbalanced strategy, and now they've introduced a limitation to how much you can actually heal. So if you look at the hit point bar, there's a little blood icon. Each unit can only heal a maximum of 60% of its base hit points. After that, it cannot heal anymore, and that works for Invocation of Nehek and potions as well. So you can't bring in your captain guy with like 4 potions. You'll only make use of one of them.
Yeah. That's actually a really nice feature as well. Because, I mean, you guys know it, the Gore Bowls in multiplayer for the Beastmen, when you were getting the Potion of Toughness and the Potion of Healing, you were literally, like, giving your Gore Bowl, like, 3 times as much HP as they should normally have. So that's a nice little feature to get rid of that. So, yeah, I'm glad they did that. They're going to be... We haven't actually seen the patch notes yet, so we don't know everything they've included, but I think Reinforcement Bug has been fixed and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm sure we'll see that when the patch notes get released. Looking at the Tithe, we have the zombies. They just have more HP and more zombies in a unit. Normal zombie unit, I think, has 150.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah, 150, and then they get 50 more. So I think that equates to roughly around 2,000, 3,000 more HP, which is a pretty big deal. But they're zombies. Like, they're not going to blow you out of the water.
Yeah, their cost is like, I think, 250. So it's not like, ooh, wow, the 200 unit thing. They're still basically just meat shields.
Yeah, you could still bring just another zombie unit almost for that price, so it's not going to blow your mind or anything. This is a pretty cool unit. The Dire Pack are actually way bigger than regular Dire Wolves. I wish I had brought some in comparison, but they're roughly like 50% bigger. They have a bonus versus large, though, so they can work quite well in tandem with a cavalry force. Maybe get these guys to flank, hit a cav unit from the rear. You're going to be doing quite a bit of damage with those guys, so that's pretty sweet. Mortis engine is a new unit. Legend, you want to talk about the Mortis engine and what they can do?
Okay, so this would be a must bring if you're going to use the Death Star. This guy is all about support. If you have a look at his abilities over here, he has the Reliquary Binding, which heals all units in 45 meter radius, which stacks with Invocation of Nehek and any other like passive bonus. Like some of the ones that the Necromancer brings, that heals all of them, so that also stacks. The Reliquary Corruption. This causes about 20 damage per second to all units within the radius there, which, if you're in a Death Star situation, that's a lot of damage. And they also regenerate passively themselves. And they have increased power recharge rate, so they're a very good unit. They're an expensive one, but they're very good.
Yeah, I think they're about 1,600 to field, and then the Klav Nagash has an extra ability. It has the Chilling Aura, which is, again, going to give that same Chillgeist effect. You can kind of denote it by the blue color that they have. That's that minus 36% speed. And then, is that all it has over the regular?
I think so. I think the Regiment of Renown version is not that great. I mean, it's only a little... Oh, there it is. It's only a little bit more expensive, though. I think it's a little bit stronger as well. Just having a look at the stats. A little bit extra leadership, extra melee attack, extra melee defense.
That doesn't matter a whole lot.
Yeah, because it's a support unit, so it doesn't matter that much. But, if you want to use it in fight, it will perform a little bit better.
I'm not going to keep zoomed in on the features in the dust because they make really obnoxious sounds. But those guys they have poison attacks, so they're just crypt ghouls.
Which one's that?
They're crypt ghouls. They're right in the center of my army at the front.
Okay, yeah.
They're just kind of like black-colored crypt ghouls. And they have poison attacks, which is nice. Again, Helmengorst does not get the poison attacks for the entire army. I actually thought that they might get those in multiplayer, which would have been a pretty insane. But that's most of them. Let me look. There's the corpse carts, which are going to give you that passive regen. They're kind of like Mortis engine, but they don't do damage over time.
Your ghouls, are they hidden?
The ghouls... Yes, actually they are.
That's why I can't see them. What the hell are they?
There's that space in between the Konigstein Stalkers and the Tithe.
Right. So they're right here. It's just I can't see them.
They might have... Oh, they have stock, that's why. Yeah, they have stock. So they can move while hidden. Let's see... We have the corpse carts. There are 3 upgrades. Or there's 1 corpse cart, and then there are 2 upgrades to it. There's the corpse cart, then there's the Balefire corpse cart, which gives you Vigor Mortis, which is going to give you passive +8 melee attack, +8 melee defense. And I believe it gives you... here we go, Balefire. It gives you effects increased proportional to the number of enemy... let's see... Reduced power recharge rate. So I guess that's only if they're in the AoE, which isn't very useful. A spellcaster being in the AoE of that, not that great. But I think it might also cause...
I don't think it works quite that much. I think it works like this. It'll reduce the power recharge rate depending on how many enemy units in there. It doesn't... Because you get it player wide. So, for example, if you're surrounded by Empire soldiers, it's still going to reduce the power recharge rate for whatever spellcaster they bring. I think. I haven't tested it that much yet. Okay. I guess we'll see how it goes. I'll try and keep an eye on how my Winds of Magic are going.
Alright. And then there's one more. Let's see, where's my Necromancer at? He is on the Unholy Lodestone version. I don't know if it will show exactly. You can see he has that bell at the top there. Let's see if the passives show up when it's on his mount. I don't think it does, actually. So I can't
I
actually.
think
see
you
what's
actually
on
had
the-
to choose that ability.
Yeah, I don't see that ability on his unit card, so
Yeah,
I
because
can't
I
remember.
don't think you brought it. Like, you got to actually go in when you've selected the unit.
Oh.
You got to go in and select it once you've selected his mount.
I see what you mean. Okay. And then I guess we can move across, and you can go over your army. And we
Okay,
can
so
just talk
I'll
about-
go over. Let's go over Volkmar the Grim, who I've brought in,
Yep.
and I've brought him on his chariot. So Volkmar the Grim, he's a bit of a melee fighter, but he's mostly support. He provides a lot of support abilities. So he's sort of like a warrior priest, except he's basically on steroids. His abilities are better. So he's got missile resistance 15%, magic resistance 25%. He's unbreakable, so he'll fight until death. He's got benediction, which will provide +8 leadership for a radius of 30. He's got the Jade Griffin, so he'll recover health. Obviously to a maximum of 60% of his base health. He's got the Grand Hammer of Sigma, which is +34 melee attack for 36 seconds, which is a long time, and it's got added area of effect 45 meters. We've got the Grand Shield of Faith, which is 22% damage resistance for all the units in a 60-meter radius. He's got the Grand Soulfire, which basically gives him 115% magic resistance, but only for 7 seconds, but also deals magic damage for a few seconds to those units around him. And then he's got Banishment, which is a Law of Light ability, except he
the
can...
vortex spell.
Yeah, it's a vortex spell, and it doesn't use up Winds of Magic, so he just uses it as an ability. But it does have a 108-second cooldown, so you're probably only going to use it 1 or 2 times in any given battle.
Yeah. But that's nice, like not having to use Winds of Magic to use a Vortex spell.
Yeah.
Again, we know that Vortex spells in Total War Warhammer aren't amazing. Their damage output is a little bit substandard for a lot of them, but getting that for free Winds of Magic is nice. It's going to allow you to hit a blob and do you can maybe do some decent damage with that.
Yep, I'll also go over the new units, the standard units, the non-Regiment of Renown ones, because I bought all of them. Okay, so we've got the Flagellants, they're the first one. Now, I don't like Flagellants. I think they're a tier 1 unit pretending to be tier 2. They cost 525, which I think is really overpriced, because the only thing that they've got going for them is the fact that they don't break, because they've got like 0 killing power. Their melee attack is okay, but their defense, like, they die so fast. So the fact that they don't break is kind of, it's lost on them, because they lose to like Orc Boys. They even lose to Spearmen. So they're really weak.
It's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah,
They
I
do
think
have Strength of the Penitent, though. That's plus 18 melee defense, plus 12% physical resistance. It's not a
only
bad-
when they're losing combat.
Yeah. Well, they're always going to be losing combat, right?
That's the thing. They're always losing combat, but they don't have any holding power. They don't have any killing power. They just die. That's all they're good for. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's cheaper units to use to throw away. So normally I wouldn't bring any Flagellants, and I wouldn't buy them on the campaign map either, because they cost a lot in upkeep, and they perform like garbage.
Unless you want to go for like a Holy Crusade kind of style campaign where you just bring Volkmar and Archlectors and
Yeah, I guess.
Warrior Priests.
Yeah, what's it called? Volkmar in the campaign does have a whole lot of abilities that make Flagellants better, but for multiplayer, I wouldn't bring them.
Probably not, yeah.
Now, the other unit that we've got is the Free Company Militia, which are a tier 1 unit. You can hire them from a tier 1 barracks. They cost, I think, 500 in the multiplayer to buy. So these guys here are a sort of a versatile mix between guns and melee attack. So they've got pistols, which you get about 2 or 3 shots on an infantry charge, and then they get into melee. They're pretty decent. I'd say that they're pretty balanced for the unit. Like, they're not fantastic, but they're a tier 1 unit. And the other unit that you get is the Knights of the Blazing Sun, which is sort of like the equivalent of a Grail Knight, because they come in with these magic flaming lancers. So they'll be especially good against vampire accounts, especially now that there's a lot of units that have regeneration. So they'll have extra resistance to, reduced resistance to flaming attack. However, on the campaign map, you can only hire these units from Talabakland, from a level 5 settlements that has what's it called? The Chapel of the Blazing Sun. Temple of Blazing Sun, that's it. Which means you're not going to see too many of these on the campaign map. But They cost the same amount as Reiksguard, and they perform about the same.
They look so cool, though.
Yeah. And then there's the Regiment of Renown. We've got Sigmar Sun, which are just regular swordsmen. They're just a little bit stronger than their regular unit. We've got the Tattersalls, which have an additional 40 troops in them, but still they're reasonably trashy, just like their flagellant counterpart. We've got Sterlin's Revenge, which are the upgraded version of Free Company Militia. So looking at the stat differences, hang on.
The struggle is real trying to find where your units are. I'm sure it was the same for you when you're on the other side.
Okay, so they have
in order at all.
They've got a little bit more leadership. They've got immune to psychology, plus 10 melee attack, plus 10 melee defense, plus 2 missile damage. So they're okay. I don't think they're that much more expensive. And then we've got the improved handgunners, the silver bullets. So they've got more missile damage. They've got more range. Also, all missile units now seem to have an upgrade of plus 5 range. So crossbowmen now have 160, where before it was 155. And then we've got Zintler's Reiksguard. I didn't bring any other Reiksguard, so they're just, again, a little bit stronger. They don't. The Empire units of Renown don't really have any special abilities. They're just a little bit stronger than their previous ones. And then there's the Royal Altdorf Griffites.
Zintler's get a Vanguard deployment, so you can deploy them outside their...
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, that's true, but I didn't do that this time. And then there's the Royal Altdorf Griffites, and again, they're just a little bit stronger. They've got more melee defense and melee attack than their counterparts. Now, they're Demigryph Knights with halberds. Then we've got the Hammers of the Witches. Now, these guys here are really good against taking out large units, because they've got let me have a look here, a bonus plus 100 to large things. So they'll be really good at taking out things like giants. Then we've got the Sunmaker, the Hellstorm Rockets. These guys, their damage has got flaming attack. They've got a little bit more ammunition than the Hellstorm Rocket Battery, but their missile damage is huge because they actually shoot off 9 missiles per shot as opposed to 3. So they get off all their shots really quickly. And then there's the Tempelhof Luminarch. Now, from what I last checked, the Luminarchs are currently bugged. Last time I played it, they don't shoot. So I'm pretty sure this is a wasted unit, but I just bought it anyway. Now I think this guy has a special ability, the Net of Amentok, so I can halt some of your units. But if this thing doesn't shoot, like I've tested in my other battles, then it is mostly useless. But we bought it anyway.
That is a nice setup, though. It's a really nice combo. Let's test that and make sure that that's true. I'm gonna bring up my Devils of Schwarzhofen, and you can just shoot them and see if that works.
Okay, let me just turn all my other missile units to shoot off.
This is something we need to show CA if it is true that they can't shoot right now, because that's a pretty bad bug. Because that's a 1,600 gold unit that literally does not.
2,325.
Yeah, okay, yeah, very expensive.
It's probably the most expensive non-legendary Lord unit in the game, and it currently doesn't shoot.
Yeah.
Now I could be wrong, but I tested about 10 battles before, because I just wanted to see how it performed, and they wouldn't shoot once. It'll say it'll shoot, but it just didn't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna feel like an idiot if it actually shoots.
The vanilla one costs like 2,200.
2,200, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I said 1,600.
Okay, so you're in range. Try and dodge it if you can. Is it gonna shoot?
I'll see it charging.
Its reload time is 20 seconds, so don't get too close. Yeah, it's not shooting.
It can't fire from the beginning.
It can't fire at all. Yeah. Like we'll sit here, it won't shoot.
That's that's a problem.
It's not shooting. It's got the firing icon on, but the reload time is 20.7 seconds, and it's not going to shoot at all.
Yeah, and it doesn't say that it has line of sight blocked or anything either.
No, it says here that it's shooting.
Yeah,
it's firing.
Yep. So that's a problem.
Yeah, you can see it's trying to, but they're not going to shoot. They're not even recharging the shot. So. Yeah, that is a problem, but at least I get to use the Net of Amentok.
Nice. So that's definitely worth that 2,300 you sank into that unit for sure.
Yeah, that'll probably cost me the battle.
Do we want to kill each other now, or what?
Yeah, if you just want to get to your side of the battle, and then we'll commence. And we did our intros of the units in just 20 minutes there, so that's perfect.
Nice. Okay, so this is gonna be actually terrible for me because this is coming through this choke point is gonna crush my dudes, but I'm gonna spread out a bit. Let's get into it. All right, so neither of us brought good armies. Like this was just to show off.
We just wanted to show off. All the things. You wouldn't bring this, no.
Yeah, this is not a competitive list you see at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah.
Especially because the Mortis engines, their magic damage doesn't stack and that kind of thing. The regeneration from the same kind of unit doesn't stack, so would be relatively useless to have that. But
so you can see the what are they called again? These guys, Sunmaker, already shooting, and I just shot a unit of skeletons, so maybe I shouldn't be doing that.
That's the Königstein Stalkers. These guys have poison attacks, I believe. Yeah, they have poison.
Because they use ammunition
they're
really
not
fast.
Worst. Oh, my poor army is just going to die. Moving into range here. I'm actually really interested to see the Hammer of Witches on large units. See what kind of damage they can do.
It's pretty good, I think. I only need to protect one of my flanks because of the wall here.
They've got Demigriffs and Blazing Suns, and there's Reiksguard over on that side, so we're gonna have to be cautious. Or maybe not. Let's see. Do you play on debug camera anymore or no?
No, I haven't been playing on debug camera on Total War Warhammer. I did for a while on something else. Attila? No, Rem 2. It did make it a lot easier to just overview your entire forces.
Yeah, it makes Micro so much easier. So you've got a Amber Wizard over there on a Blue Griffin. Oh, poor army. I need to get my Strigoi out of there. I don't really have enough flyers to actually run away from you. So you could just snipe him right now. And that would be the end of the battle. Run, friend.
Now, because Crypt Horrors have regeneration, I think, they'll be weak against fire. Shouldn't have told you that.
Run, Strigoi. I think this cab fight should go well for me. Although, actually, those Hex Rates are getting... Oh, no, you're right. Blazing Sun. Forgot, they have the fire attack, so that's going to absolutely wreck my physical damage resistance, so I need to get them the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Leave my Strigoi Ghoul.
Oh, but you routed my Knights of the Blazing Sun. They don't have very good morale. What did you use? Did you use an ability on it?
No.
Oh, they just got terrified.
They're gonna come back.
Gotta use... What's his face more?
I just summoned Crypt Horrors into some handgunners, so that should be nice.
Yeah, that's a good move. I'm not protecting them particularly well.
No, I'm not. The micros in this game is going to be awful.
Yeah.
On both sides. Let's see what...
My Demigriff Knights are performing really well.
I would imagine so, yeah. I didn't really have anything over there that's going to be good for countering them. And Chillgeists are getting wrecked. There's some breaking in the center at least. Oh my god, those corpse carts are so slow.
Yeah. I wouldn't even bother attacking the Sunmaker because they just ran out of ammo now anyway.
Okay. Fair enough. Unless that's Legends famous mind games going on right now.
No, it's not.
Nice. Man, those demigriffs. 53 kills on good cav.
Yeah, these guys are really strong. They've only lost 2 of their men so far. But then again, you're going up against stuff that they're actually good against.
Yeah. Volkmar is going to be a problem. Where's my strike?
And my Temple of Luminarch has killed an effective 0 troop so far.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to use this.
When you can't shoot, that is a problem.
Should have been using that from the get-go. So many damn abilities I've got.
Man, those were... Oh, I just need to pull them out, man. Ooh. That was a nice little combo.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if... I think vortexes are crap versus single entities, but still looked awesome.
Yeah, well at least I didn't shoot my own men.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, what happened to Volkmar? He's nearly dead.
I think he's getting surrounded and getting...
Yeah, he died so fast, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, banishment went off though. That's such a cool looking spell. Oh, surround on the great sword blob.
Why aren't you doing that? Oh right, I see. So I can't overcharge it.
Ooh. What spell is that you just used?
Flock of Doom.
Oh. It's pretty close actually.
The thing is, once I lose that Temple of Luminarch, it's going to terrify the rest of my units because I kind of needed that. I should have used that before.
Been doing a terrible job of using my actual spells. So we're gonna invocation, and then we're gonna...
I've got any units like hanging around the back here.
That Spirit Leech might be enough.
Yeah, the Temple of Luminarch, the fact that it just didn't do anything, yeah, it really killed me there.
It's 2,300 gold that doesn't do any damage. It's really not a good way to win a game.
Yeah.
That's
because it could have done a lot of damage to some of your units, but it just didn't shoot.
Alright. Which, I mean, isn't the most fun way to win in a multiplayer game, but it works.
So oh wait, the Sigmar Suns, they're unbreakable.
They look so vanilla for an unbreakable unit.
As long as we draw breath, they will die.
Yeah, sorry for, again, this is live, so doing the close-ups when I'm microing is a bit hard, but we showed all the units beforehand, so hopefully that was...
Yeah, I never even bothered with doing close-ups.
Yeah. People love it, but it's gotta be in replay, it doesn't work in live.
Oh, I don't care what people love.
I'm gonna do what I want, but that's
Yeah.
gonna run some people.
Hurry up and kill my troops over here.
Wait, where are they?
I'm fighting your corpse cart.
Oh, I see. The Tattered Souls. They're unbreakable too, right?
Yeah.
I guess all flagellants, sorry. Sorry, I was just reveling in my glory.
Yep.
So good, brah. Alright, so they're gonna get ripped to pieces. Oh my god, I love the animation. Have you seen the one where the crypt horrors like pick up a dude and just slam him in the ground like 5 times?
Yeah, I see it, but I'm always like watching it from a bird's eye view, so
It's nice to sometimes get those close-ups.
I guess.
That's cute. I just noticed that the corpse guard actually has zombie arms like moving around in the.
What?
Can they die?
Oh yeah.
Please.
The Tattersalls, they actually performed better than I thought. They got 135 kills. I mean, unless they went up against your zombies.
Yeah. Like if they're killing the tithe, that doesn't mean much.
Let's have a look at the actual stats of the battle. Like who got all the kills.
Alright.
So let's have a look at this. So my Luminarch of Hish, the Temple of Luminarch, naturally performed like a beast and got itself a solid 0 kills.
Solid.
Yeah, pretty solid. My Sterling's Revenge got 0 kills. My handgunners didn't do that well. I don't usually like bringing handgunners. Prefer crossbowmen. Knights of the Blazing Sun didn't actually perform that well. Like, they got 18 kills between them. Because they got terrified early on, that really sucked for them. But the Demogryph Knights, 99 kills. And that was, they killed off, like, one of the Hex Raids. Yeah.
Against Cavan monsters, so yeah. I mean, we know that Demigryph Knights with halberds are absolute.
And these guys, yeah, they're just even stronger than that. So these are a must-have for Empire. The Flagellants got 14 kills, so they were trash. I knew they'd be trash. But the Tattersalls, they got 135 kills, so that's actually quite impressive. My Great Swords performed. So how'd your thing perform?
Blood Knights 208, as you would expect, they're beasts. 81 on the other. Chill Guys, I microed them horribly. I literally just sent them into the front of your left flank and just kind of left them there. They still got 91 kills being stuck in melee for that long, so that's pretty good. The aura had nothing to, didn't help at all because you were just standing still. The aura is only really good when you're hunting down skirmishers or, trying to catch up to enemy cav. I think that's where it's going to be really useful when you're chasing enemy cavalry. Because, even with
or even when you're being chased. Like, if you're being chased by Grail Knights from Bretonia, you can actually get away from them, where otherwise you wouldn't have. Because Grail Knights just rip them to pieces.
Yeah, and I wonder if that percentage also decreases the charge speed, because charge speed is way faster than regular movement speed as well. So if it decreases their charge speed by 36% as well, that's a really big deal, because that means you can let them charge and they still won't catch you.
Yeah.
Normally, if you let an enemy unit charge you, they'll catch up, even if you're faster, because charge speed is just faster than regular movement. Mortis Engine did 72, 13.
Your Mortis Engine performed really well. I was trying really hard to kill that thing, it just wouldn't die.
Yeah. And of course, it was doing magical damage the entire time, so that was useful. I don't know if I microed it properly where I had one on each flank, but they might have been overlapping, which of course wastes the auras a bit.
Yeah.
Devils of Schwarzhofen got pooped on by your Amber Mage, but that was expected. Graveguard did alright. Sternsmen, I think Sternsmen are overpriced. They're 1,000 gold to field, and regular Graveguard are just 750. But the stat increases you get, I don't think are worth that 250 increase. So I don't know if they'll get used much, but
yeah, because they're not armor-piercing weapons. It's the regular Graveguard, and usually you bring the Graveguards with great weapons because armor-piercing is so important.
And they have the same bonus versus infantry as regular Graveguard as well, so I don't think they're that good.
Yeah,
but I mean they're a solid unit. They're just probably not worth 1,000 gold.
It depends on who you go up against. I reckon you could use that up against green skins. If they bring an army of Savage Orcs, they'd do really well against Savage Orcs. They wouldn't do very well against Black Orcs, obviously.
Yeah,
they wouldn't do very well against Chaos either, because Chaos usually brings really well armored units. All right, then. So
that was game one.
That was that.
So
we're gonna do another game.
Real now?
Oh, you want to play for real? Okay, let's do this.
If you want to.
Yeah, I'm down for it. All right, so I'll just pause the recording while we get set up, and I'll bring a proper army this time.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Indypride here with Milk and Cookies Total War, joined by Legend of Total War.
Hey, everyone. Still the same video for me. I just paused the recording.
Yeah. So we're going to be playing another multiplayer battle. This time I am rocking Hellman Gorse. This time going to be a bit more serious, I guess, than the last one, because the last one we didn't even have real armies.
Yeah, it was a bit of everything, which is not really what you're supposed to bring in multiplayer, because it's just too hard to manage it all. So I've brought a much more standardized army this time. We also had it on large armies, on large funds. Now we've got it on regular armies with ultra funds.
Ultra funds. Well, ultra is still above what you'll normally see in multiplayer, so... But we just wanted to bring bigger armies and make it a bit more exciting that way. One thing I have noticed in Total War Warhammer, the ability to field large armies at regular funds is quite hampered when you've got Blood Knights at 1700 and Chillgeist at 1700. That kind of thing makes it
Yeah.
pretty difficult to field big armies. So I'm not gonna. You guys can see what my army is. I'm not gonna spoil it quite yet, although you'll see it in a second. But this is Excavation Site, one of the new maps. I like it because it's one of the few maps where the defining feature of the map is actually on the map itself, which is nice. We can actually fight around this crater.
Yeah,
I'll probably
that's right.
do that because that's fun. And flying units can actually just fly right across, which is cool.
It's sort of like that big cave, not cave, that big hole in Glacial Lake. I fought on that battle so many times because all the tournaments are like, fight on Glacial Lake.
Yeah, because it's flat and people like that for some reason. I always hated Nemo Ticena in Rome too. It's so boring to play on.
Yeah.
It needed to be a bit more exciting than that.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm about there.
So I've just bought the Arch Lector this time because the Arch Lector is a lot cheaper. Volkmar Grim, he's a good general, I guess, but he got absolutely wrecked so fast by your Blood Knights last time, and I was just like, I don't really want that to happen again, because I reckon I lost that battle just because he died so fast.
Yeah.
And of course I had that Luminarca fish.
I love Fellbats. They're so good.
Yeah, I do like them as well.
They're just so versatile. It's the name of the game in Total War. Cheap stuff that does everything.
Sort of.
I mean, they're not gonna
Cheap,
slaughter
just
millions
cheap
of
stuff
people.
in general. Cheap stuff
Yeah.
that do stuff in general.
Yeah.
And also expensive stuff that do stuff.
Alright, is there artillery on the field?
I did not bring any, no.
There's Royal Altdorf. Oh. So
They're
many
supposed to be
dummies with
hidden.
halberds.
I put
So
them there
many
to be...
dummies with halberds. Oh.
Stupid thing, it said it would be hidden, but it didn't.
Great swords!
Alright,
Arch Lector!
Actually, let me just switch that out.
Faith in the coming! With pleasure!
let's see what we can do, boys.
Oh, they've made the transformation of Cadon more expensive. It used to be 16 energy magic, and now they've changed it.
How much is it now?
21. It makes sense. That seems a bit more what it should be. No, it's okay.
Let's fly our little bats over here, see what we can see. Got some demis. Love them. They're gonna be fun. We've got the Arch Lector with those dual hammers of Sigmar. God, the Arch Lector model is so
Oh, let me
awesome.
see that. I haven't seen that.
He looks so cool.
Dual hammers. Oh, okay, cool. Get him to build me a shed later.
Tattersalls up front, great sword core, so lots of armor piercing. God dang, you can field a lot of dudes. I guess I can too.
So what we got over here? We got the Tithe, we got more zombies, we got tons of zombies. We got Cairn Wraiths. Don't mind me. Good, I got both of them.
Ouchie, mama.
Should have put on the chill guys though.
Yeah, please don't. Thanks.
Well, the thing is, I used up all my magic summoning that Manticore. There's no need for you guys to shoot just yet.
Take that ground! Yes, General! Yes, General! Formation!
I'm curious to see if Demigryph Knights would actually beat Chillgeists. Because generally speaking, Demigryph Knights just beat everything, but,
Yeah.
you know, patches. See, the thing I like about crossbows is I can actually use them to shoot over the heads of my enemy, over my troops.
Yeah, I think they're better than gunners, personally. Or I like them more, anyway.
Like don't get me wrong, gunners have a use.
Absolutely.
Just these are just more versatile. That's all.
Dude, Helman Gorst has no mobility whatsoever. That's a serious problem. Oh. Yeah, no, not being able to get Helman Gorst up to the front line fast is going to be a serious issue. He's so slow. And now he's getting tied up.
He's pretty slow, yeah. Well, there goes my really good Demigryph Knights. They got getting slaughtered over there.
Well, Helman's just gonna die.
That's part of the point, yeah.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
Oh, my Demigryph Knights got wrecked there. It's alright. Where is... Oh, there he is. He's nearly dead.
Nah, it's over. Helman's just dead. I'm gonna get into the back lines, it's just too late though.
You use the Blood Knights really well. A lot of people that I see use Blood Knights just get them killed straight away.
Just YOLO them into stuff.
Yeah.
Get around the flank, boys! Yeah, I need like a second Necromancer or something to keep my dudes in it.
Yeah, the general rules of tournaments are not to bring more than one hero. I don't know. Depends on the
you can
tournament.
bring like the Lord, and then you should have like some kind of backup, like Necromancer or something to keep dudes in there. Demi's coming back. Yeah, there's absolutely no hope. I might break through the center though. Actually, I guess Klav Nagash is gonna keep him in the fight for a bit. Maybe this isn't over. Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. I think I've got you here. Because generally speaking, if the bounce power is mid-range for...
Yeah, I'm just gonna crumble out.
Yeah, very soon. And also there goes lastly Blood Knights there. And also, here comes another Flock of Doom.
No!
Which is the new devolve.
And all your stuff's coming back. Stop it.
I'm not saying I'm definitely winning, but it looks like
it's shifting. Yeah, it's definitely shifting. Stuff's disappearing. Things are dying. Karen race in the back. Kill them. Those enemies have run for the 3rd time and still are not dropping models.
Yeah, they must have been. Oh, you can't terrify the Royal Altdorf ones because they've got. Well, no, you can't terrify any of them because they've got fear. But yeah, they keep coming back. They've got no health left. Like they're just going to die as soon as they get into a combat.
Multiple manticore, or yeah, multiple manticores is also an issue. That's a lot of extra units.
It's very expensive magic, though.
Yeah, but it's magic that's guaranteed to pay for itself. If you use them even remotely well. Like
the Manticore can actually be very strong.
Yeah. I assume you've seen the flying builds where you summon like you just bring like 4 or 5 Amber Wizards and then just summon a bunch of Manticores.
I haven't seen anyone do that. But how do you do that? Because you just they'll take up 21 magic each. It wouldn't work anymore.
I'm trying to remember. There was they have that special ability, I think, that increases the power reserve. So when you have multiple of them, it like just stacks up a lot.
Oh, okay.
You get a ton of magic going. Dude, I think this Mortis engine has done work. Yeah, 81 kills. It's not gonna be enough to carry the day, but there's not much. Yeah.
I don't know, like really struggling to finish you off.
It's the Mortis engine. You're right. This thing's a beast. Like my army would have already crumbled a long time ago otherwise. These crossbows in the back are doing work.
Yeah, pretty much every single one of the units that I've got has routed at least once.
Die! Die, Archlector! As long as we kill him.
Yeah, that Mortis engine's such a beast. Just won't die. I should have targeted him instead of bloody Hellman Ghost, because the thing is, like, he's doing so much damage to my units. Like, if you have a look over there, it's like 20 per second. That's how my guys keep dying. The longer the battle goes, the more damage it does.
It's only 3 DPS on the Archlector for some reason. Does he have passive magic?
Because it doesn't work so well in individual units.
Oh yeah. GG, sir.
It's not over yet. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, pretty much. Everything's shattering now.
Whew! Oh, that's awesome. I forgot they blow up when they
Yep.
when they die. I wonder if that actually does damage.
Well,
It says in the tooltip, but
I guess that the Claw of Nagash is a must-have for any vampire army because I couldn't kill it. It's so hard to kill.
Super expensive.
Like 97. The thing is, it would have got a lot of kills that weren't actually counted as kills because of its passive damage.
Yeah.
But if you look at my Demigryphs Knights performed alright. You chill guys, I got rid of them pretty easily. I probably should have brought a Knight of the Blazing Sun, but last time they performed garbage because they just ran away so easily.
I missed a charge on my Blood Knight on the left flank, which was a big deal. If I'd gotten that off, I think I rear charged them with the chill guys, that those Demigryphs would have died real fast.
Yeah, and also your 3 zombie units, they performed really well.
Oh yeah, 18 kills, dude. The Tithe, 4 kills. Regiment of Renown, very...
Yeah, but I think my crossbows were like shooting them. That's where I
No.
got my kills with the crossbows. My great swords, they performed alright. The Tattle Souls, they're not too bad. Like regular flagellants are total garbage. I wouldn't bring them, but the Tattle Souls, they're not too bad. Like they performed better than some of the great swords, depending, of course, what they're fighting. Alright, guys. Well, I guess that's the end of this episode. So I'll see you next time, fuckers.
See ya.